Good morning. I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and welcome to our bi-weekly massage chair industry update for Tuesday, July 29th, 2025. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you find the information I share with you today beneficial. It's been a while since I recorded our industry update. As a matter of fact, I think I missed one of our bi-weekly broadcasts earlier this month, and that is because I have grandkids visiting and family visiting, and our family has like 9 July birthdays, and so we celebrate in July, and we have people around all the time, and to avoid having noises and children screaming in the background, I put off recording the video until today. So anyways, I appreciate you being here with me today. And again, this is bi-weekly, and this video will be is posted on YouTube and our Facebook and our other social media platforms. If you ever have any questions that come up as a result of this broadcast or any of our broadcasts, you can go ahead and submit the comment or the question on our YouTube channel or on our Facebook page, Twitter, or sorry, X. But feel free to ask any questions that I might arise from my presentation, whether it be a question about chairs or about something I say, or if I've said something wrong or I'm mistaken about something. Please let me know. For heaven's sakes, I'm not infallible when it comes to massage chairs. And I've mentioned many times that customers will come to me and say, "Oh, I love this feature about this massage chair," and I didn't even know the chair had that feature. So when you're learning hundreds of chairs over the years, sitting in them once does not make you an expert, and sitting in them once also will not teach you everything you need to know about the chair. And so I'm thankful for customers who correct me or highlight a particular feature of a chair that I was unaware of. So anyways, feel free to chime in. We welcome comments, we welcome interaction and engagement. All right, so the tariffs still are playing a role in our industry. I did read an article in the business section of the periodical that I follow that said that the economy has been robust despite the tariff problem, and I'm grateful to hear that. But the tariffs are still causing some issues. So, for example, the Human Touch Gravis Zero G chair, which is their very nice, very fancy, beautiful zero gravity recliner chair. It's not a massage chair; it's a recliner that has airbags that massage. But it's not a massage chair first, but a recliner first, and then a massage chair second, as opposed to typical massage chairs, which are massage chairs first and aesthetic pieces of beautiful furniture second. And anyway, so the price of that chair and their perfect chairs will be going up on August 11th. Also, prices on the and costs on the Fuji Ryoki chairs went up last month or earlier this month. So we've seen a change there. And of course, these things are very, very fluid. We think everything is established or set, and then we get another email from a company that says, "Oh, we've got to increase our cost 5% because of tariffs, or 6%." Furniture for Life also has some tariff increases that they just introduced. So it's very fluid, and hopefully if and when the tariffs resolve themselves, or not resolve themselves, but get taken care of through the negotiations between countries, we'll see some stability in pricing, and that's kind of what everybody would like. But anyways, just so that you know, just kind of don't forget the tariff thing. And I know some of the companies, some of the countries are on a hiatus right now for the tariff thing, or they're negotiating, or they're working through tariff issues. And as those things happen, there may be further changes, and it might be changes for the better. There might be a decrease in tariffs, and so there would be a decrease in cost. At least that's what our suppliers are telling us. Whether they actually do that or not remains to be seen. I know back, I think it was during the COVID time, shipping prices went up because there was such a backup of shipping, and online merchants or online buying. Not as much in-store stuff during COVID. And there were a lot of there's a lot of demand for trucking and trucking prices went up, delivery prices went up. And, not a lot of them came down after COVID. So when they say that prices are just a temporary increase, I don't know if I wouldn't hang my hat on that. It'll be up to the company to decide what they want to do. But if the tariffs level out or come down from the levels they're at right now, I would hope that the companies would be true to their word and lower the cost of these chairs so the price was less for the customer. And by the way, having said that, the massage chair companies are doing all they can to prevent the customer from being hit too hard with increased costs. I've been told that the factories absorb some of the cost, the distributors absorb some of the costs, and us, the retailers, absorb some of the costs. So it's to try to prevent the customer from having to deal with too much in the way of price increases. But there still are price increases, but maybe they're less than what they might have been. Okay, the Osaki Kairos has been discontinued. It was a little bit of a surprise to us. It was a popular chair for us, but it was discontinued, and it's been removed from our website. We also have talked about the Osaki Duo Max SE, which is an upgraded version of the Osaki Duo Max, and the Duo Max has been a popular chair for us, most notably because of the arm massagers. They have the piano key arm massagers, which it's like 3 piano keys going up and down on your forearm, and the new SE has. They have the ability to turn that off if it's too strong for you. They've taken the shawl that comes around your neck and down the front of your body that has heat. They've taken that out on the SE and just built in a pad inside the chair back. Also, there's different color options with the SE. But we had that chair on our website when we started having it in our showrooms. And we were notified by Osaki that chair is strictly for brick and mortar stores. It's not for online sales. And so we had to remove it from our website. But we want you to know that we do have the Duo Max SE in. We don't have them in all of our stores yet, but they're coming. We have them in I think a couple of them. But the Duo Max SE is basically the same chair as the regular Duo Max, but with those primary changes that I just mentioned to you. There's also some programming changes with the remote control, but I can't remember what those are. They were more specific, and I don't recall what they were. But be aware that the Duo Max SE, even though you don't see it on our website, you will see it in our stores. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Oh, we just became a dealer for Kosia. Now, Kosia massage chairs, you've probably seen those. They're typically in furniture stores. That's typically that's their channel of marketing in the country. Now, Ogawa and JP Medics, which we do carry, are also part of that Kosia USA family of chairs. And we've carried Ogawa and JP Medics because Kosia always had the requirement that you had to carry 4 of their models in your stores to carry their chairs at all, the Kosia line. So we would carry the Ogawa and the JP Medics, which typically had variants of the Kosia chairs, but they were still a little bit different. Well, we have recently, finally, after all these years, and signed up as a distributor of Kosia chairs, starting in our Arizona store, because you realize our stores and massage chair stores are not huge. They're limited by space for the most part, unless it's mixed in with a furniture store or mattress store or something like that. But limited for space. I'd say most of those stores are anywhere from 700 square feet up to 2,000 square feet, but they're not huge stores. So to make room for 4 completely new chairs is a challenge. But we have been our business has been frustrated by online dealers who don't have a store, don't have any real imprint in the industry, but they are very aggressive in trying to take business away from those of us that do have stores, and because they don't have the overhead that we do, because in some states they don't have the sales tax that we have to charge. The aggressiveness of them is quite profound. And so the distributors of these chairs are aware of these issues. We're not the only company that has to deal with it. There's plenty of other stores that have to deal with that, brick and mortar stores. And so they're trying to provide ways for brick and mortar people, the people that actually have a stake in the industry and are have their foot in the mess of running the overhead and the employees and the staff of a brick and mortar store. They are trying to support us more, and that's one of the reasons why the Osaki DualMax SE has been created and not available online for online dealers. That's also why Kosia is something that was attractive to us, because they only sell through their brick and mortar stores, and they don't sell them through online dealers. And as a matter of fact, they don't even like to sell a chair. Like if we have a customer that we've been dealing with for years. I've been in the business for over 20 years. So we have customers that have bought 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chairs from us. And if they want to buy a Kosia chair, Kosia is not excited about shipping those chairs to a customer that is not local to our brick and mortar store. And that's how stringent they have been with promoting that brand as a brick and mortar store product or line of products only. And so we've gravitated to Kosia in that way. But that doesn't mean we're not we're moving away from other brands. There are ways that we have managed to make the chairs fit, but we're still trying to do that for some of our stores to accommodate Kosia. But anyways, we thought we'd give you that update. The chairs, the models that we do have in our Arizona store are the Zen 3D Pro, the Zen 2, the Zen Duo 3D Li, and the Quantum. And so you can come to our Arizona store. And of course, there's people that snowbird in Arizona, and they can come to visit the store, and they can buy the chair from us, and we'll ship it out to them. But you expect to see more of the Kosia products in our stores in the near future. Okay, and that is it for the nuts and bolts of what's going on in the industry. There's of course, there's always new models coming out and models being discontinued, and we try to keep you apprised of those models and those changes. But they're becoming so fast and furious that sometimes it's a labor. It's a futile labor to try to keep you updated, and it's probably more confusing than anything. What I wanted to talk a little bit about was, and this is a question that we get asked a lot, or a comment that gets made, a disappointed comment that is made to us by customers who experience the L track or the SL track. But remember, SLL, same thing. They originally were called L tracks to differentiate them from the S tracks, but now a marketing fellow probably came up with the idea of SL because it combines the S shape of the spine of the roller mechanism that follows the spine, and now it goes underneath the L shape of the track goes underneath the seat. And so it has S and L, so they call it SL. So when I say L track or SL track, know that they are the same thing, no difference. Anyways, people are always asking us, do these chairs massage your hamstring or the hamstrings? And I would always say to them, because I don't know if you've ever sat in an SL track and felt the rollers go underneath your hamstrings. They don't do much to the hamstrings. And when people say hamstrings, they're talking about the belly of the hamstrings, the middle of the hamstring between the knee and the hip. And few chairs reach down that low because of the physics of the seat and the space that's needed for the roller mechanism to extend fully to the end of the seat. So it only allows the rollers to maybe get to the belly of the hamstring, but for the most part, it's between the belly of the hamstring and the butt. Well, here's the problem. You cannot get, even if they extend to the belly of the hamstring, there is no weight pushing down on your thighs onto the rollers. You're tilted back in a zero gravity position, and the rollers will hit the belly of the hamstrings, but hardly touch them. If you've sat in these chairs, you know what I'm talking about. It's very, very light. And so if you're looking for like a massage therapist elbow digging into your hamstrings from a massage chair, you're going to be sorely disappointed. You will feel the rollers on many of the SL tracks approximate the belly of the hamstring, but you're going to be left wanting when it comes to the intensity of that massage. So I used to tell people, and I still do, when I don't work in the showrooms all the time now, but when I was in there, I always would say, it'll hit the top of the hamstring, which is the part that comes up through under the butt and attaches to the pelvic bones. And that portion of the hamstring can get hit, even though it's covered by the glutes, often the piriformis. It doesn't always get right to the upper part of the hamstring. That is the part you're probably going to have the best chance of getting a hamstring massage will be from it hitting the top of the hamstring, but not the belly of the hamstring. And if you want the belly of the hamstring, you might need to get a handheld massager that you can, when you're not on your massager, you can put underneath your hamstring and massage it. And until the physics change or the technology changes, the hamstrings are never going to be a heavily massaged area. And that's disappointing for a lot of people, because the hamstrings are an area of concern for a lot of athletes, or for people that used to be athletes that try to be athletes again when they're my age, and they find that the hamstring it doesn't work the way it used to work, and they have a ligament or hamstring muscle strain, and so you want to have some massage to work those muscles. But massage chairs are not really good yet at massaging the hamstrings. Again, it'll massage it, but maybe not all the way into the belly that you want, and not as hard as you want. So that's something that a lot of people ask about or are concerned about. And that is the truth of it, based on our experience. And you remember, we have 4 stores. We have 15 to 20 chairs in each store. We rotate the inventory regularly, or the floor models regularly, so we can always try new chairs. And we have not found a chair yet, and that's over 20 years of business. We've not found a chair yet that digs into the hamstrings as well as I would have liked it to. And I'm a fairly athletic guy, even in my waning years. I just turned 66 on Sunday, and I still play hockey every week. And of course, I can't keep up with anybody. I'm just a slow old fart out there that's trying to make himself feel like he's young. But those muscles need to be worked, and sometimes the hamstring is where I feel like I need a little work done. And I'm that weekend warrior athlete, and it doesn't really hit that muscle as much as I would like it to. But that's for me. Maybe you will find it different. But of course, you can come to one of our stores and try out the chairs and see what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Okay, well, I think that's just about it for our industry update this week. I should say this month. Things are typically slower in the summer months. Our business has been very good, but typically it's slower than the other times of the year. So there's not a ton of activity going on. It's kind of like hockey for me. The hockey season ends at the end of May, June, if you're lucky. And then it's very quiet all summer. And that's kind of how I'd have to say that's how the massage chair seasons are. And then it starts to pick up again in September, October. And of course, then November, December, you got the crazy Black Friday, Christmas season. And then it gets busy again till spring. But anyways, there's not a lot to say. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can always call us at 888-259-5380. You can leave comments here. You can ask me any questions you like, and I'll answer them as promptly as I can. I'm usually the one that answers the questions on the social media platforms, but I don't always get the phone calls. So, but feel free to reach out anytime. I'd love to talk to you. And if I don't talk to you, you'll get someone on the phone who will be very well versed in the chairs that we sell. Now, for example, we've had I started the website over 20 years ago, and then in 2008, I opened the first store, which was in Utah, and then in 2009, we opened the one in 2005. No, hold on. Oh my goodness, 2008 and in 2015 we opened the California store, and then we opened the Arizona store in 2019, and then we opened the Bay Area store in 2022. And the same people have been working in those stores for all that time. So the people that you talk to have been in the industry a long time, know their business. They haven't just sat in the chair once and have an expert opinion on it. They've sat on the chairs a number of times and have had a number of customers who have given us feedback about the chairs. So if you want to talk to an expert, feel free to call our toll-free number, and one of our experts will answer the call and help you out. But anyways, I hope you found this video helpful. I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief. And if you found this video helpful, please thumbs up, like us on our YouTube channel. But we hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you again in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.